All right, folks, well, it's time for an update. You'll see the photos of this coming on my truck. We've been doing some work, quite a lot of work, just to try and get this into some sort of form where we think it might be salvageable. When I say salvageable, I mean driving, right? I don't mean restored. I don't mean back on the road. I don't mean like new, because this thing is as rusty as Captain Nemo's Fiat Tipo. It is absolutely rotten. However, I'm pretty sure you'd like to see this run again. I want to see this run again. I really want to see this drive. It's been stood up since at least 1991. So I was driven into the garage, allegedly. Well, I know it was because I know the guy and he's a really good dude, actually. But the harmonic balancer is destroyed, like absolutely destroyed. And it's put a little bit of wear on the crank snout. It's not terrible, but it is there. Well, that's the way it's going to go. The water pump is disintegrated. And we are now plugging our way through the other bits and pieces. We've rebuilt the carb. Doesn't look like it, but believe me, it's freed off and it's ready to go, which is something you don't often see in something that speeds to this line. Look, we have motion. Master cylinders next. I'm ordering parts of this. How do YouTubers sort of do this? Like where they just go, hey, we're going to order all these bits and pieces and fix the cars. It is expensive. Like, I'm not going to kid yourself. Don't go dragging a car out the bush and think you're going to put this back on the road for like $3.50 unless you're incredibly lucky, because really it requires cash. Even if you just do plugs, points, you know, like Dizzy, carb rebuild, and the very, very basic of basics, it's still sort of not free. However, we can show you doing it here so you don't have to do it. And hopefully you'll subscribe to this channel, and one day it'll pay me more than the box of beer a month it pays me currently. It's free, doesn't cost you anything. You can just do it and then look through my back catalogue of videos. They're pretty okay. I'm not going to pretend I'm brilliant, but you know, if you want to see a real grassroots channel, this is it. Working on proper junk in New Zealand. This is a $500 car. I paid $500 for it. New Zealand, which is probably sort of unheard of, but it was, yeah, came with keys and a radio. It's cool, man. Yeah, this was $500 because it came in the tow yard. Guy didn't want it back, pretty much, and then I got it for the price of the tow. For some unknown reason, the door fell off on the other side, so it's roped in there. The hinges are taken apart, but doors closed remarkably well. It's a 67 Letra built in Flint, 430 big block. We're hoping to get it to cruise around the showgrounds in Cumu this year. It's the plan. If not, we'll be cruising somewhere in here. Look at that for rust. So this was parked up in a damp shed and it just disintegrated. Like, it's bad. You know, it's really bad. I know some people will go, hey, you should restore this car. But they are entirely insane. But there is no body mount on this side. The whole side is sagged on the back left-hand side of this car. And we're going to have to do something about that a little bit. Like, yeah. So, no restoration possible. Well, you know, if you're in America, you had a ton of spare parts, a lot of time, you're a massively good welder. There is a possibility. But us here, no. Good news, roof is fairly good. So, and it has all this glass, which is a good start. But yeah, it's toast. So, it is toast. But, you know, one last run. I mean, everybody really wants to see stuff like this go again. Do you not? 35 years been tucked away, miserably rotting away in a shed. When, you know, we can get to run again. If you look at all the pink spots that aren't rusty, that's Bondo or bog or whatever you want to call it, filler. It's like, that's why this car doesn't appear to be rusty. It's because it's Bondo. Right. So now with that out of the way, also it's had a couple more hits than Elvis. And yeah, the engine was seized. It's free now, but you know, the timing chain wasn't rotating because it's absolutely murdered that harmonic balancer. We are all just going to be doing what we can be doing on this. Like, you know, there's no major permanent fixes. It's just yeah, let's get it to go. Maybe get the lights to work, have some brakes, so it's safe, and that's it. Parts are unavailable here. Everything I buy, I have to order from the States. It has to come in to here for me to fix it. So it's a lot. It's a lot of work to do stuff like this. But it's kind of fun, and I love it. I actually love doing this stuff. Matt has been working on this car. He's a really good mechanic. We're super old school. There's a lot of work that goes into this. It's better if you're in a dry state. If you're in the dry states of America, when you're putting stuff together, you know, it's going to be a lot easier. It's going to be, you know, you're going to be bushes and bearings and stuff like that. But if you want to restore a car that's long dead like this, Dalton on Pole Barn Garage is really good. He's super clever at doing this stuff. And he puts some amazingly bad cars on the road. This is something even he might be a little bit shook up by. I mean, you know, it's pretty rusty, but he also does some pretty cool stuff. So actually that's well worth a watch. You should really go and watch that just for the whole go along, if not nothing else. It's brilliant. But yeah, this one is bad. I think nearly every YouTuber walks away from stuff like this. You know, I mean, Derek from Vice Grip might be able to get this to run and drive across the garage, but the back end would fall off it before you got it too far with it. Some serious welding. We're going to have to mess around with it a little bit, you know, but there we go. It'll come together. So if you really want to see what it takes to get some absolute piece of junk back on the road, and we're going to do it rough, like just to cruise around showgrounds, well, watch and learn, people. If you look for last year, you'll see the Humber 80 we recessed after dragging it out of a bush. This is a big job. We might not make it to Kumu, but we'll get it somewhere close. Right, that's pretty much it. More interesting bits and pieces here. Shaker, you know, we already know about that. There's a ton of work to do on it. It's going to come along. We haven't done anything for the last 7 months or so because we've been out of the country. But it'll come back together now, hopefully fairly quickly. It's next on after the buick project. This, man, I'm close to junking this. So if you're a Kiwi and you really feel like you need this in your life, it's left-hand drive and it was registered in this country, but it's obviously lapsed. Drop me a line and I'll put you in a Mitsubishi Eclipse. Runs and drives, really does. It goes, and all this stuff on it is movie paint. There's a full video of it from a while ago, but this is all fake. It's all fake patina. Pretty impressive because it really does look rusty. Right, I've somehow got the hiccups, so hopefully that's enough for you guys to watch it now. Oh, also I forgot to say, I've never even talked about this. It's this Vauxhall Viva we're going to try and save. I have no idea why we're going to try and save this, apart from the reg is on hold, so we'll give it a go. Poor old Shaker's been sat here for a year pretty much. We just haven't had the time or the workshop space to do it. My tow truck also needs work. Matty's super cool XR6 there. These are really good Barra engines. Really cool things to run around in. I really should have just yanked that old Buick 430 out of there and shoved one of them Barras in it maybe or something. Maybe we'll do that next. Who knows? Anyway, like and subscribe and we'll talk to you all sometime soon. Cheers.